Hello, it's Tricia here. Hello. I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to have to turn the camera around pretty quickly today because there's a lot of sun coming into the room at the moment, and there's a lot of flare. I've had to put a book up so that you can actually see my face, because it's when I take it away you'll see what I mean. So I'm just going to take the camera and put it straight so that you can see down onto my desk. Okay. And I've got that here. I don't know why. There we go. Right, won't be a moment. Here we go. It's also a long way up today. So there we go. Let's take that down. Hello. Right, here we go. So I thought for today we could perhaps try something ready for Easter. There we go. And I made this little package to hold. I bought some little treats for Easter ready, and I thought these little mini eggs, little bags of mini eggs, you can buy them in, they come in sort of 10 bags in another bag, inside another bag, so I thought we'd make something to put some Easter treats in. So that's the one I made earlier. So I'm just changing the size slightly because it's a little bit too big for the packet, and I thought, well, we don't want to waste paper, we might as well make the most of our paper. So I've got a piece now. This is 5 inches wide by 10 inches long, and I've got, which one is it? This one? No, that won't be. Let me see. I've also got some. This one will do. Yeah, it'll be alright. And I'm going to use a piece of this as well, and some Whisper White, just a scrap of Whisper White. So here we go. You need to, I'm going to score this at 4 inches on either end. So 4 inches, is it 4? No, it's 4.5. And make sure that I put my cutting blade at the top, because I'm only scoring it. So scoring it at 4.5 inches on that side, and 4.5 inches on this side. Yeah, that's right. 4.5 inches on this side. There we go. And then at each end, I'm also going to score it at 1/2 inch. This is all on the long side, and 1.5 inches. And the same on the other end, 1/2 inch. And 1.5 inches. Okay, and then on the shorter side we're going to do 1 inch on either side. So turn it round 180 degrees and 1 inch on this side. And there we go. I thought, we've got Easter coming up. I know it's Mothering Sunday, but this would make a nice little packet to put some sweets in for your mum as well, maybe. So this is, that's what you've got there. I don't know whether you can see the creases very well. So we're going to cut now from the edge to the crease there on the 2 bottom edges there, just slightly, a very small wedge, very small, just so that you're sort of cutting away the score line. basically, so you don't want to take a lot. And then at the top you're going to cut a smaller wedge, a bigger wedge then that way to the score line, and you're going to cut the top along the score line to that wedge. So top to the second of the score lines, and then a wedge. You don't actually need the wedge, but I think it looks a little bit neater. So to the score line, and then just cut that actual score line off. Just wedge it. So either side, you're cutting basically either side of the score line, just to take that out. And then the same thing, cutting a small wedge, and then cutting the top two bits away. And the same thing there, get down to the second score line and cutting a small wedge there, like that. Okay, so those are all the pieces that we've got. Now just score all of these. Right, that one actually is scored that way, and this one goes in. So that one goes in, score this one in and out. Okay, so that's how all your score lines done. Now for this one, I'm going to use, if I can find it, my Stampin' Seal Plus, because this is supposed to be, we'll find out now whether it's okay for doing boxes and packets and things, because I haven't tried this one out yet for these sorts of things. So I'm going to just put some seal, ooh, wrong way round then, yes, this way round on this piece here, there, and along the inside and the outside edge here. Oh, I shouldn't have gone to the top. Never mind. I know, I'm going to go with that. So we're very strong. And on this one, and on the inside, and the outside. There we go. Now the centre ones are going to be right inside, so I'm just going to pull this one up and make a right angle at the bottom, and this one up and make a right angle at the bottom. There we go. And this flap comes to the outside like this, and then the two edges go in. So they should meet up. Not quite, and it's very strong, so I'm not going to be able to get it apart. Ooh, if I'm quick, maybe. Whoa, there we go. So there, that's better. We've got a nice. Now, if you do like I did, and you go over the edge, you can use just a little bit of talcum powder, or if you've got one of these, there we go. It's an embossing buddy or a stamping pad. It's just to take, when you use Versamark, to take away any fingerprints and like oils off your fingers on your piece of paper. Then there you go. So you've got your little packet, so that will also just take away any stickiness that might have been left on the edge. Might be able to rub it off actually. Yes, there we go. That came off anyway. There we are. Right, so we've got our little box. The only other thing to seal it, now you could just seal it with some tape again, or Stampin' Seal, or glue, or whatever you want, what adhesive you would like to use. You could use liquid glue, or you could have used stamping the tape, tearing tape, double-sided tape. But I, just for speed, I've used this, and just going to take I've got my crocodile to make a hole, but if you've got anything that like a hole punch, I'm just going to put a hole in the middle at the top. We haven't got a small hole punch anymore with Stampin' Up, so I can put that one away for now. And we're going to use some ribbon, and I've got some, that's a bit thick. I want a sort of a yellow colour, don't I, for this? Have I got any in the box? Oops, box of tricks. This will work. Oh, actually it will. This is an old ribbon. This one is a retired one, but this one will do for me. It's velvet ribbon, and it's Tranquil Tide, which we haven't got anymore either, but it's quite similar to the colour that's on this paper. So we'll use a bit of this. Don't need a lot. And what I usually do is I fold the ribbon in half. Oh, we might as well put our eggs in here. I've got no packet of eggs. Put those in. Fold my ribbon in half. Pop it through. If you find it hard, you could use the end of a scissors or the stamping tool. And then I just push the two ends through to make a loop, through the loop, and then pull it till it's tight enough, which isn't clever with the velvet ribbon because it doesn't always want to do that. There we go, that will do. So now that's sealed. There we go. And then I'm going to use, that looks blue, not green. Anyway, that's not, let's have a look what I've got on here. I think this one will do. Yes, that's better. This is, this is mint macaron, that's the one. And I'm going to use, I think this, any circle punch will do, or a die. But I know this one will fit, so I'm going to use this one. This is the Starburst punch, and I think this is another retired punch. But if you've got a punch, a circle punch, put that on there in a minute. And I'm going to stamp. Hang on, let's just get that off there before I stick everything to it. There we go. I'm going to stamp on here a little basket of eggs. So use my Memento ink, Tuxedo Black Memento. There we go. There we go. Thought this would be nice and easy to cut out. There we go. And then I've got a Happy Easter, which I think I'll use the longer version. This one's from a different stamp set. This one's called, this was last year's, and it says Welcome Easter. This one is Welcome Easter. I've taken it from there. But you could put Welcome Spring. You could find a Happy and you could use the Easter and just use a felt pen to do the to ink it up with. Just going to put these on there like that, and I'm going to stamp this up here towards the top, I hope. Oops, that's not very good. I will do it on the back. Try again. Try not to there we go. We'll get that stamped again. Make sure I've done it right. Yeah. There we go. There, that's better. So we're going to colour this in first. I'm going to use my Stampin' Up marker pens. So let's just put that over there. That back in my box a minute. And we'll have some, this one, crumb cake for the basket. I could have used my blending pens, but I thought, I think just for speed, I'm not going to blend the basket this time. Just colour the things in, and we'll have some nice bright eggs. So we'll try, yeah, so saffron, we'll put the one at the back, and then we'll have some, what's this one, Coastal Cabana, and some Granny Apple Green, and which one is that one? I think that might be, that's a Cocoa Rose. No, I want Flirty Flamingo, I think, if I can find it. That's Melon Mambo. Put my Flirty Flamingo. I think, yes, Flirty Flamingo, I think that's the right colour, pink. So we go with that one. And there we got our eggs in our basket. So I'll just cut that one out nice and quickly. I'm just leaving a small edge of white around the outside. So that's cut, and then I'm going to use my mini trimmer to cut this up with. Whoops, that wasn't it. That was on the floor, whatever it was. Oh. Put that in there. What? Don't know mini trimmer. Never mind then. If I can't find it, I can't use it. Where did I put that? Can't have gone very far. Bear with me. I don't know what I did with that then. Very odd. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we are. Right. So I'm going to trim this off. An inch wide. And whoops. There we go. We can put that, it might make it a little bit smaller. So So if I make that 1/8 of an inch there, and another 1/8 of an inch up, and I just trim this one down. There's 1/8 of an inch there, and 1/8 of an inch there. So we've got that. So we'll put these together now. So I'm going to put my little basket. Actually, have I got enough? No. Just need another piece of white. A minute. There we go. And I'm going to use this to go behind. This is another scalloped punch. It's 1 3/4 inches. And again, any circle will do. I'll put that on there and that on there. Yeah, that stands out a little bit better now. So let's stick these on. If I can get any glue. There we go. One. It's a bit flower-like. And this on here. Can go on there. Then I'm going to use some dimensionals on the back of this and on the back of this. And what I can do, if I can find it, oh, if this is the right one, now let's go look around. If I find my, this one might be, nope. Oh, here we go. Let's find that one, I think. What's this one? Mint macaron. So I've got that one. And just before I take the back off those, I'm going to just use the tip of my pen. I'm just running it along the edges, just to take off the white at the edge. Hopefully this will make it stand out a little bit more. There we go. So that's done there. Got a little edge around it. So I'm going to stick this on the front there, and this on here like that, and there we go. So we've got a little package to put some treats in. Any sort of sweets you've got would be nice, I'm sure, be very welcome. So that's my little Easter packet. Okay, there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not sure whether anybody, oh yes, somebody's been watching. I'm sorry, I haven't got my comments on, so I can't see anybody. I didn't set my other phone up first. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll go live again soon. Hope everybody has a lovely Mother's Day tomorrow, and see you again soon. Bye.